Well, some of the survivors of sex abuse from Dr. Richard Strauss are on their way to ending their lawsuits against The Ohio State University. OSU today announced settlements in nearly a dozen of those lawsuits. We thank you for joining us. I'm Colleen Marshall. We have been talking to multiple people about this today, and according to an insider, final approval requires each Strauss victim to agree to the settlement amount offered in their case. It's said to be based on the severity of the abuse. NBC4's Eric Halperin has been following this story since it broke today. And Eric, there's a lot that needs to happen before these cases finally will be settled.
Colleen, that is if they're all settled. Today, OSU announced settlements in 11 of the 18 lawsuits. According to the university, that represents almost half of the roughly 350 survivors suing the school. I talked with a survivor tonight who's not part of today's announced settlements. He says mediation talks for many like him have not gone anywhere.
About 2 years after starting an investigation into Dr. Richard Strauss's sex abuse scandal, OSU announces settlements. The school's been accused of covering up Dr. Strauss's actions. Strauss died of suicide in 2005. He was a team doctor. The investigation found he abused 177 students, mostly athletes. More accusers have come forward since. The investigation found the school did not do enough to stop his abuse, and hundreds of survivors are now suing the university.
We want the truth and we want justice, and the way to get that is to take this to court, put everybody on the stand, let the truth come out so the public can hear it.
Brian Garrett is one of those survivors. He's not part of the group that settled. He is part of a group that last week accused OSU of not mediating in good faith and asked a judge to bring it back to court.
We want this to go to trial. We want this to go to court.
Friday, OSU announced settlements in 11 of 18 lawsuits, but did not say how much the settlements are for. When Garrett heard about them,
it was actually a feeling of disgust because the majority of the guys that are in the Perkins Coie report aren't in the settlement.
While nothing can undo what happened here years ago, today's university has a responsibility to support our former students and alumni, and this initial settlement is another important step in the process of restorative justice. Other attorneys representing more accusers who have not reached settlements are criticizing the announced settlements, saying, today OSU released a secretly negotiated settlement reached without giving every survivor a seat at the table. It is hard to imagine how any settlement negotiated this way could include sufficient compensation for all those who were abused by Dr. Strauss on OSU's watch.
And OSU has previously said it was negotiating in good faith and said this in today's release about who it is settled with. Quote, the parties participated in a confidential mediation overseen by the federal court and will be completing the final procedural steps in the process in the coming weeks. It also said OSU is still participating in the mediation process with the survivors involved in the 7 lawsuits left. Local for you, I'm Eric Halperin, NBC4.
Eric, thank you. Details of 2 decades of sexual abuse by Dr. Richard Strauss are spelled out in the 200-page Perkins Coie report, an independent investigation that was paid for by the university. More than 300 men are claiming they were sexually abused, even drugged and raped by the doctor under the guise of medical exams. And the Perkins report shows as early as 1979, red flags were raised that everyone from team physicians to athletic trainers, training directors, and surprisingly 22 coaches and at least 2 athletic directors were aware of the claims of abuse. And you can see more of my stories and interviews involving this investigation and hear firsthand from the men who became victims. It's all available at NBC4i.com.